Well, good morning, and it is Saturday, and it is our final day here in San Francisco. Weather looks fine. Looks better than what I'm going back to tonight, where it's going to be a little bit grey and miserable in the UK. But we've had a good few days here, so I'm not going to complain too much. So yeah, just had breakfast, just had a couple of coffees. I think, not I'll spare you the details of it, but I'm sure that pizza I had last night. So I think I'm feeling the effects of it a little bit today. Which is maybe probably why I didn't sleep brilliantly, but I'll spare you the exact details of what that means. But it was still good. It's still a good pizza. Maybe just my body's not used to it. But hey ho. Got myself a little memento here as well. So I've got myself a little espresso cup, which will be ideal for me as a coffee addict. And then I've got like a little cable car toy thing. That's actually for my younger brother. I always like to get him something when I'm away as well. So yeah, plan of action today is we're gonna just zip up the bag. I'll probably leave that here at the hotel and I can collect that on the way through this afternoon. Pop over and have a look at the, I think there's a little bit of a farmer's market on at the Ferry building. So it'd be good to go and have a bit of a look around there, go and get some lunch somewhere, and then have a quick look at the cable car museum on the way back. So pretty chill day, but still some good things to go and see on our final day here as well. So yeah, I will zip up and we'll get out there and enjoy the last few hours we have here.
That's a good question. I'm not the right person to ask, but I know. Well, I did.
Yes, there's quite a variety of things here. Definitely a lot of fruits and vegetables and meats and stuff. So not anything I can actually buy because I can't take that through customs on the way home. There are some cookies and things, so maybe it's a cookie and a coffee might be what I end up buying. But a little bit early for that yet, so I might actually keep having a wander around and then sort of maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish, grab myself a coffee and maybe one of the baked goods. And pleasant morning. Plenty of stalls outside, but there's also plenty of stalls inside to have a look at, and plenty of coffee places as well if you're like me. Got a lot of smells in here. Ooh. Shame I had breakfast. The cable car museum houses the actual motors that drive the system around. The cable is powered at a speed of 9.55 miles per hour, which is actually slower than the speed limit in my work car park. Well, I'm glad to see that health and safety is taken seriously around here. The grips here are what actually attach to the cable, and essentially the tightness of the grip determines the speed at which the car moves. There's a crack in here where the cables come in and back out to the street. You're definitely going to have some interesting food options to look at in Chinatown. I think the mixture of dried fish, I suspect, is probably a delicacy over in China. Not really to my taste, but that's probably because I'm a Westerner. But definitely not something you're going to see every day. Chinese are into digestive biscuits either, but there is a Chinese version. Bit of an old soup time eating soup out of a bread roll. Well, that was a very filling lunch. Plenty of protein and carbs there. Definitely lots of carbs. So I feel pretty full. I don't think I'll need to be eating for hours now. And so I decided the last sort of couple of hours I'm just going to sort of spend in the area here, just enjoying the sun, and we're going to have one last look at the sea lions before we head off, and then we'll probably be going in about a couple of hours' time, make our way back towards the airport. So probably one last dose of sun before I go home as well. Well, time for one last ice cream, since I won't be enjoying much of this when I get back home. Well, that was probably my last ice cream I'll be having probably this year. Yeah, don't worry, I'll be paying for all that on the cross trainer, treadmill, and with my weightlifting that I'll be doing when I get back home tomorrow. So yeah, I'm actually just walking over to go get a drink, just to keep me going, and I'm actually going to slowly start heading back towards town. I'll probably just walk along the piers here to the metro station that I need to get to, and then I'll start venturing back towards the hotel. Well, the transportation method of choice today is going to be the BART again. I think I might have mentioned in video 1, it gets you between the city and the airport in about 30 to 45 minutes, there or thereabouts, so it's pretty quick and convenient, and relatively clean. Imagine the relief I felt when I saw no queue at all at the check-in desks. I know we Brits get a reputation for being good at queuing. I don't really like it that much. Right, well, that's all checked in and through TSA. TSA pre-check, always a lifesaver. So you're literally through in less than 2 minutes, and it's pretty stress-free as well compared to all the hassle you often have to go through in London half the time. So yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of a stroll around and then check out the BA lounge and then go and grab a coffee and something. And yeah, our flight should be in a few hours' time, all on time, and that'll be a wrap. I'm going to try and change into my jeans at some point as well, so I think the lounge might have some showers there that we can try, just to try and freshen up a little bit. They do always say a flight's always a bit better if you freshen up beforehand, so hopefully we're going to get a shower, but it's not the end of the world if not. But definitely a coffee's in order, I think. Just before boarding, British Airways were very kind to offer me an upgrade for $400 to Premium Economy if I wish to have a little bit more space. As you can probably gather, I chose not to take the upgrade, and I think you'll see why. Well, we're on board. Hopefully, that's going to be free.
I smell the winds of war. I see smoke on the horizon.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices, is not permitted at any time whilst on board, including the toilet.
Well, this slightly bumpy takeoff kind of marks the end of the holiday, really, and it's been an awesome few days in San Francisco. It was really nice to get some sun, given the lack of a winter we had back in Britain, and yeah, the views you get over the city just after this takeoff are pretty amazing, and the video really doesn't do it justice, and that's probably one of the best parts about flying, actually, is just getting that aerial view of the cities as you fly in and out of them. It's, yeah, really breathtaking.
The sun will be coming up quite early in the flight, so if you're planning on catching some rest, we do strongly recommend you lower your window blinds to prevent the sunlight from waking you up earlier than you'd like. I will say, however, on the left-hand side of the aircraft today, we do have a 100% forecast chance of the northern lights. So if you are on the left-hand side, this should be coming into sight between 3 and 6 hours into the flight. As I said, if you are catching them.
Well, I'll give you a clue. I did not manage to see the northern lights on this flight. So I'm guessing I must have had my eyes closed at the wrong moment. Oh well, I'm sure I can always travel to see them one day. So, my sleeping, how did that pan out? Well, I don't normally sleep that well on transatlantic flights anyway, but I did also have some dude who kept coughing through the night that didn't really help that situation, so caffeine will be required once I arrive back in London. It's definitely a lot cloudier back home in the UK, but that doesn't mean that the views you get from the air are less breathtaking. Indeed, we get a pretty cool view of Windsor Castle just on approach into London here. Quite rare for me because I'm used to actually coming in over London whenever I land at Heathrow. So yeah, this is quite nice to get a different view for once of Windsor Castle. And in typical British fashion, it started to rain as well. It's a nice welcome home. So that is us back home and the end of the trip. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my adventure, and again some of the things to think about when you're traveling solo. So I hope you enjoyed coming on the journey with me and enjoyed the sunshine from California. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.